Hi, I'm Jeff Summers, author of the Avery Cade series, The Ustari Cycle, and Writing Without Rules. And this is Homer, who's about as unimpressed with me as a cat could possibly be. In today's installment of Bad Advice Boogie, we're going to be talking about that old chestnut, Write What You Know. Now, write what you know, like a lot of writing advice, is not inherently bad advice. There's a kernel of truth to it. There's some good stuff you can take away from it. The problem with write what you know, as I discuss in a little bit more detail in the blog post, is that it gets applied way too literally and way too rigidly. People get hung up on the idea that you have to be an expert in every single thing that you're writing about, or else you're some sort of fraud. This has a really, really deleterious effect on first drafts especially. First drafts are supposed to be exciting, fun, creative, sort of a race to the finish line. The thing about first drafts that people forget very often is that you can fix them up. They're designed to be revised. They're meant to be revised. For example, from my own writing career, the novel The Electric Church, which is the first book of the Avery Cade series. This book is a dystopian sci-fi novel set in the future New York City, and Avery Cade is an assassin. He's what's known as a gunner in this universe, makes his living by killing people, lives and dies by his gun. Guns are everywhere in this book. When I wrote the first draft of The Electric Church, I didn't know anything about guns. I'd never picked up a gun. I'd never touched a gun. I'd never fired a gun. My knowledge of guns came entirely from TV shows and movies. I partially solved for this by the simple expedient of making up my own gun manufacturer. Having a fictitious gun, of course, meant I didn't really need to know anything about it. I could sort of make anything up I felt like, and who could challenge me? The gun didn't exist. No one was going to pull up a schematic and say, no, you got this wrong. So that helped. And then after that, I simply didn't worry about it anymore. I just went ahead and I concentrated on telling a good story. I worried about the details later, or not at all. Is that if you get the details wrong, you have an opportunity to fix it later, whether it's on your own or when a beta reader gets back to you and says, this isn't working. If I had stopped to take a master class in gun handling, is it possible that the first draft would have been better? In the sense of having more accurate gun handling? Absolutely. In the sense of storytelling? It wouldn't have had any impact whatsoever. I'm happy that I didn't slow down or stop and miss my window of opportunity where I was super excited about the story in order to become a gun expert. And I think that's the approach that everybody should take when it comes to write what you know. Worry about knowing it later. Get the story done first, and then you can get the details right. Until next time on Bad Advice Boogie, I'm Jeff Summers, and, well, Homer will be sleeping.